A friendly hello and a formal handshake before the high-stakes showdown, but the temperature turned up at times.
Process. We have so much to get to, Senator. Gentlemen, the audience can't hear you because your mics are cut.
Minnesota and the Midwest took center stage during tonight's vice presidential debate. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance made their case in front of a national audience here on WCCO.
It is the final sprint to Election Day with a little more than a month to go. From rapid reaction to reality checks, we have team coverage. First to our Caroline Cummings, who is live in New York City. Hi there, Caroline.
Well, good evening, Amelia. So it was a more than 90-minute showdown between Governor Walz and Senator J.D. Vance, the first time they met face-to-face, and they sparred on a variety of issues from the economy to gun violence prevention to abortion rights, trying to make their case to voters with just 35 days to go until Election Day.
It didn't take long for the gloves to come off in the first and only debate between Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance.
Governor Walz, you blame Donald Trump. Who has been the vice president for the last 3.5 years? And the answer is your running mate.
Now, the person closest to them, Donald Trump, said he's unfit for the highest office. That was Senator Vance.
Immigration was one of the big issues of the night.
We have to stop the bleeding. We have a historic immigration crisis because Kamala Harris started and said that she wanted to undo all of Donald Trump's border policies.
Donald Trump had 4 years. He had 4 years to do this. And he promised you, America, how easy it would be. I'll build you a big, beautiful wall, and Mexico will pay for it. Less than 2% of that wall got built, and Mexico didn't pay a dime.
Walz targeted Vance for his false claim that Haitian immigrants were eating their neighbors' pets in Springfield, Ohio.
And the consequences in Springfield were the governor had to send state law enforcement to escort kindergartners to school.
Vance objected to how the moderators, Face the Nation host Margaret Brennan and evening news anchor Nora O'Donnell handled his response.
Nora, thank you. Senator, we have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important because
we're going to turn out of the economy. Thank you.
Margaret, the rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check. And since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on.
CBS News then cut both candidates' mics.
The debate comes as hundreds of thousands of ballots have already been cast as part of early voting, and some voters hope to learn more tonight about the candidates.
I'd like to know more about what their policies are, since I don't really know much about them.
There's no rest for the candidates now that their matchup is complete. They'll both head back on the campaign trail tomorrow, hitting more battleground states.
Now, one of the most contentious exchanges of the night came towards the end when Walz and Vance clashed over former President Donald Trump's actions following the 2020 election and January 6th. Now, a CBS News poll found before the debate that neither candidate had convinced a majority of voters that they were qualified for the job. So now voters will decide if the vice presidential hopefuls have changed their minds. In New York, Caroline Cummings, WCCO News.
And Esme Murphy is here now to pick up our team coverage. Hi there, Esme.
Hi, Amelia. Well, Minnesota had a starring role in this debate, including Minnesota's new abortion law. Take a listen.
The doctor is under no obligation to provide life-saving care to a baby who survives a botched late-term abortion. That is, I think, whether you're pro-choice or pro-abortion, that is fundamentally barbaric and
distort the way a law is written to try and make a point. That's not it at all.
What was I wrong about, Governor? Please tell me, what was I wrong about?
That is not the way the law is written. I use this line on this. Just mind your own business.
Now, despite the back and forth, one thing was much more noticeable than any of the previous presidential debates we've seen: how civil they were with each other, including this moment talking about gun violence.
I think all the parents watching tonight, this is your biggest nightmare. Look, I got a 17-year-old, and he witnessed a shooting at a community center playing volleyball. Those things don't leave you.
Tim, first of all, I didn't know that your 17-year-old witnessed a shooting. I'm sorry about that, and I hope that he's doing okay. So. Christ have mercy. It is awful. And I appreciate what Tim said.
I'm joined now by Democratic analyst Abu Amara and Republican analyst Amy Koch. Both of you know Governor Tim Walz. You have followed him for years. Let's start with you, Amy. Republican perspective, is this going to move the needle in favor of the Trump-Vance ticket?
I think that J.D. Vance exceeded He's had a rough couple months on the campaign trail. He's not shown us who he was. He's been awkward. He's had people just don't feel like they know him, and even what they know is kind of odd and weird. He really flipped that on its head tonight. He shared very personal experiences. He showed a very personal side of him. There was that lovely exchange between he and our Governor Walz on gun violence. And I think just from an expectations game for most of Americans who felt they didn't know him and really and what they knew they didn't like, I think he's really changed that up tonight.
All right, Abu, Governor Walz seemed to have a rough start talking about foreign policy. How do you think he did from the Democratic perspective?
Look, I think early on he was a bit shaky. I think that was actually in part to inexperience. Remember, J.D. Vance has been on the national stage for more than a decade. He wrote a book. He's been speaking nationally. He's a national figure. This is Tim Walz's first foray on the national stage. And given that, I thought he did well. The first rule of vice presidential politics, do no harm. So I think both sides won on that. But I think Tim Walz was effective in two ways. One was around abortion, and the second was around January 6th. Remember, a lot of these swing voters in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, that matters to them, and I think that's the impact it's going to make.
All right, Abu Amara, Amy Koch, thank you both so much. Back to you guys in the news desk.
All right. Thank you, Esme. Time now for a reality check on two topics that came up during the debate.
Let's begin with Senator Vance's claim that immigrants are competing with Americans for homes.
You have got housing that is totally unaffordable because we brought in millions of illegal immigrants to compete with Americans for scarce homes.
That needs context. Research does indicate that immigration is one factor fueling the demand for homes. However, the housing shortage has been a problem since the Great Recession, when construction plummeted. In fact, fewer new homes were built in the 10 years ending in 2018 than at any time in any decade since the 1960s.
And turning now to Governor Tim Walz, tonight's moderators questioned him about a claim that he has made about his time in Hong Kong and China.
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said. So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to be in governance.
That's false. During a congressional hearing in 2014, Walz said that he was in Hong Kong and mainland China during the Tiananmen Square protests. But news reports from that time suggest that he didn't travel to China until a few months after the massacre. Walz has also claimed that he traveled to China about 30 times, but his campaign told Minnesota Public Radio it was closer to 15. Pat Kessler will take a closer look at each candidate's claims and reality check tomorrow on WCCO.